Hello, Aries. Welcome to your July 2025 wealth story reading. We're just checking in to see where you're at in your wealth, abundance, prosperity paths. We're going to start with the charms, then we'll do cards. So I timestamp below if you want to skip the process. All right, I'm just going to get into it here to see what they're discarding. And then whoa, some caution right off the top here. We'll just hang out there. Caution around maybe protecting your finances, maybe your investments, maybe you're thinking of pulling some money out of savings. We'll see what that's all about. Oh, that's some movement over here. You're very left side of chart heavy here. Still feel some more movement. So I wonder if it's a decision. Yep. Woohoo. Just going to do another pass, make sure there was nothing on this side, since we are, like I said, left side heavy here. Oh, okay. You can get rid of what they've discarded here, not on the chart. Okay. We've got some kind of commitment. We've got double decisions here. Both charms have come out. And then we've got the cautionary charms here. A couple fence sitters. Okay. All right, interesting. Interesting fall of the charms. See how the cards complement. See what the story is here for Aries. Wealth, July 2025, prosperity, abundance, everything that makes you feel happy and joyful. See how they want to group together here. Where the cards want to go, what charms they want to hang out with. I guess we're getting a bit of a split here in the charms. Okay. So I'm just going to tune in here, but also grab a quick timestamp just to make it easier for everybody. I think we're actually starting down here in the middle. I'm pulling in the right direction. Okay, so let's start down in the bottom here. This is where I'm getting pulled. So I guess they want to start a conversation around this new opportunity. We have a recurring decision, a choice that you've been making. You know, sticking to your decision, and therefore you're making it again and again. And they're shining a light on this in terms of you sticking with this decision is bringing forward this new opportunity. So this determination, this willpower, you know, you're not giving into influence, you're not giving into cravings. You know, you're staying focused. So when someone asks you, can you do this, or I need that, you're comfortable saying no, or letting them know kind of what is possible. But you've made a pretty profound decision here for yourself that is now bringing forward an opportunity here to you. It looks like this opportunity is a wish come true, a dream or a wish come true. They're taking me out to the cosmos here. So wishing upon a star, you know, talking to your angels if that's what you do, praying, you know, just wishing, even just like the intent in our words, our affirmations, our internal dialogue. sort of just really kind of, and for some reason I don't want to say it, manifestation, which is this charm here, but like there's creation here. There's kind of leaving it up to the fates, I guess is what I'm trying to say here. You've given it to the cosmos. This wish. And they have the deep passion. So this is a heart's desire, a heart's wish that is coming forward here, that's connected to this new opportunity. And it's really going to show others around you like another side of you. Like you know this is you. This is authentic you. This is the real version of you. But for some reason, I feel like others are just starting to see this. This version of you, this side of you. Now coming to the creation, the manifestation, it's on this kind of cornerstone of intuition, stability of emotion and intuition. So you're quite stable and very well balanced that way. Maybe that's why you're able to fill. Maybe that's the decision you made here. You did a lot of personal work, a lot of personal growth. Maybe you took a leadership course or coaching course, or just put in the effort. Took up meditation or something. And maybe that's why more and more of this kind of version of you is getting kind of revealed here. I kind of feel like I want to, like those children watercolors where you just add water and like the picture kind of comes to life here. And it's also sitting on creativity, sort of divine, divine inspiration, sort of the angelic gold here, and it's sitting on that. So you're in a right place, kind of right time. You're right in the motions of manifestation right now. Again, I feel like this is something coming, and maybe that's the decision here, is that you've decided to vision board it. Like you've sat down and made your vision board. You sat down and wrote out your plan. Like whatever decision you've made in this change, it's leading to this dream come true, this heart's wish. And like I said, it's gonna kind of reveal you to the world here. People are gonna see you in a completely different way. And we see that in the similar story here in the cards. I really see you kind of like, the effort that she's putting into to pull the treasure chest this way. You're no longer willing to put up with these blockades, these delays, these obstacles, right? You're like, nah, not for me. I don't need to go that way anymore. Like this route is, I'm not choosing the most difficult route anymore. I'm going to choose the easy path, which is, let's just pull it back this way, and we're going to get to the same destination just through an easier path, right? An easier passage. Maybe that's the decision you made, right? I'm not going to stand for any more delays that maybe other people are putting in your way, other factors, right? External factors. You're taking control here. You're in full control. You're the driving force now, and you're gonna benefit, right? The decision to take control and say, I'm not satisfied with this, change is needed. You've made that decision already, and here's the opportunity, right? Opportunity waits. It's coming in. Positivity. I apologize for coughing so much for you, Aries. I'm not sure why I'm getting hung up here. So happiness is just around the corner, and we're kind of getting that initial story here, right? She turned around to go the easier route out to the party. Let's join the party this way. Why are we going through all these chains for? And in the future. So you have happiness coming around the corner in the future, obviously around the corners in the future. But we have this like new commitment, a new commitment that you're going to be willing to connect with, agree to. So this could be a contract. We're doing a wealth story here for Aries. So this could be your updated contract. If abundance and wealth to you means relationship, right? At the next stage in a relationship could be that contract, that agreement that you do. it could be the home, the new home, but it's a new arrangement. It's a new it's a commitment, so there's longevity to it. If it's a ring or a promotion, new role. So that's around the corner in your future here. What's interesting is the split here, because we have the fork in the road, which is where the decision's headed. So you've got a decision in the making, and it's eventually going to be need to be made as it connects to your future. But it's already blossoming here. So I feel like you already kind of have a sense. I think it's naturally coming from the decision you made here. I think it's just naturally the next step. You're already thinking about it. That's why it's already blossoming. You know this fork in the road is coming as it relates to your future, this commitment, right? This opportunity. What am I doing next? I'm going this way. And then with regards to bringing in more financial abundance to you, it is going to impact your world here. This is kind of like the world card, your home life, your family. It's going to have extensions here into all facets of abundance, prosperity, happiness, joy, like every center that gives you fulfillment. This one decision that you made, your willpower to hang in there, right? To stick it through the seasons and start to grow. And now you're blossoming here. You're really going to start to feel it. You're going to feel the impact in all areas of your life here. Well, there's the decision in your future, right? Child to adult. She's sitting next, even just the way that we read, or at least I read in this country, left to right. Door number one, door number two. Which route are you going through here? But you are taking your time to think through, right? We saw that with the flower here, and it is something you already know about. It's part of your plan. He's been carving away. He knows that this is coming up. I got to make that decision. I got to go outside to the cliff, and I have to decide. Am I leaving? Am I staying? Am I leaving? What is that decision? What do you have coming up here? Let's see if we get some insights over here. Okay. So this decision has the ability to lead to quite a large transformation, but we kind of already saw that, right? We know that there's going to be a shift here in your world, in all facets here. Your kind of family story, your legacy here, your history. So what is this possible large transformation? And maybe that's why you're already thinking about it. Maybe that's why you already know. Because again, you're already kind of here, right? You already know you have to make a decision. You know it's going to lead to a significant change. So all of these charms are sitting on the tile that says there's someone to avoid. There's a connection you need to avoid here. And this connection, I feel, leads to you having no sense of direction, which for some reason is contradictory to what I see so far in your story. You're in control. You're planning, you're manifesting, you're writing it out, right? You're planning. You already know, you're already thinking about it. You're making decisions consciously here. You're pulling away. Maybe it's this individual here that is trying to influence you to keep going down the harder path. So you might have someone out here that might be in your circle that says things like, oh, you're just being foolish. So then you kind of stop and then you go back to your thinking mode, right? So they're kind of delaying you here. They're causing you to revisit your plan again and again and again. Maybe there's someone that's saying, yes, I'll do that with you, just not now, not next. We need to do this in another order. Could be your inner inner detractor. That could be the person to avoid, could be your inner thoughts. But I feel like there's someone here that keeps just nudging you enough that you never really make it forward here, right? They keep pulling you back to this dead end. um, there's an indulgence here. So I don't know if they're monopolizing your time, monopolizing your thoughts. This person, if it's your thoughts, it could, like again, it could just be your inner detractor. But I feel more like monopolizing your time here. I keep going to this card. It's like I would rather be working on my plan, but I'm not. I'd rather not have to keep coming to save you and pull you back from going the wrong way. I don't know if you have someone like that where you keep stepping in or they keep showing up right when you think that you're about to move forward, and then they show up and you have to, or you feel like you need to support them through their stuff. Could be that situation as well. Again, sort of that lack of direction, lack of movement, momentum, especially if they're monopolizing your time or causing these unnecessary delays that I saw down here, the interference that I saw here. This might be a long-term connection. This is memories reminiscing, so a sense of history here between you and this person that you need to put some space between or start saying no to. Avoidance doesn't always mean cutting them out completely. It just means, don't be offering them so much headspace, so much time, even if it's just you constantly answering their text message, right? If they're just blowing up your phone all day, because I'm kind of drawn to whatever tool this is beside them, kind of like put the phone down, ignore it, go to your plan. The messages will always be there. You can get to them, right? Because then you have the start of something new here on two charms here. You've got the beautiful little heart, and you got this leaf, a new start, which seems very appropriate with the tree of life charm that's sitting on the money and the abundance as well. So you have this new passionate start, something that's really going to reignite your heart center. It's a new start financially as well, sort of impact, sort of that transformation that we saw here on this money. And there's caution to sort of protect this. Protect this. I don't know why I got all choked up. Protect this from this individual, or protect this from being delayed or not happening at all if it's you, if it's your inner dialogue. Okay. So we have the Hermit paired with the World here. This is really nice in terms of the sensation I was getting with regards to maybe it's you holding yourself back, sort of the inner dialogue, or keeping yourself stuck in a state of planning. Always kind of stuck at this dead end and always talking about how do we get there instead of just willing to kind of change your perspective, head back. But we have the decision here, right? We have your decision that was made. You've already turned on your lantern. You've already started walking forward. You know your path. You know where you're going, right? You're headed to the world here of abundance and splendor. And we need to avoid this, right? You're shining your light down just in time to avoid this cliff. You're coming to this reading just in time to avoid this person, avoid this internal detractor that might be starting to affect your powers of manifestation if you're all of a sudden catching yourself second guessing. Oh, I'm going to revisit. I'm not ready yet. Make sure you're not saying that, Aries. And also make sure this individual or history, right, what you know from history, doesn't delay you from grabbing hold of that commitment. Right, even here, it looks like she's grabbing hold of the ring, right, around her. Manifesting, shining the light. So keep shining your light. Keep focused on your willpower here. Really is the strong message here, Aries. Looks like you're already headed down the right path. There really isn't much that the angels were coming out to say with you. this month, other than this gentle caution here. Like I said, they weren't really touching much of the chart. They really just want to shine a light on this decision, this great work that you're doing. So don't give up this determination. Maybe you're in like that final 20% push, right? Because you're already kind of thinking about it. You see that end of this kind of path, and you know there's the next route to take. You know, maybe you're second guessing how much authentic you let others see. We have the chaos charm here, but you can't deny your heart's passion. Your heart's passion. You're being pulled this way in your future, so stick with it. You know, they just keep bringing me back down to the spotlight here on this decision, this opportunity. They don't want you to miss this. So when we connect back in August, we'll see how close we are to this opportunity. Maybe it happened in July, and that's why they keep pulling me down here and cautioning you so you don't miss it. Or let's see if it's in the cards here for August. So let's connect next month.